stop crying
Oh,
and
so
feed him. But she
sweet.
cried even more and
Oh,
more. Her Simon says, she is the one
yeah,
who killed them. She
please.
did it, so
Please
take me
get away,
instead. Her
please.
child and hugs him. She says to him, it's
No! Join the journey of a reborn man as he grappled with pain and trauma of his past life to find a place in the world that hates him and fear him.
a boy standing in a field, out of breath, a lot of mixed emotion inside of him, thinking about her and the time they spend together. Tanks and soldiers surrounded him, and some of them were already dead. The captain screamed fire, but he didn't move an inch. He used his unknown power
Wow,
to hit the ground, causing the
damn.
ground to expand up,
Holy.
making everyone fall and destroying the tanks.
Did not
Anger,
expect that
fear,
it was actually a
desperate,
supernatural one.
loneliness. He never felt that way before. What's the best way to describe his situation? One day he is a
Despair?
fish, another
Fear?
day he is a bird flying in the open sky. Another day he is a
interesting.
small ant walking in a group, and sometimes he is a giant dinosaur.
What?
And so on.
I
He
mean-
lived like that for thousands of years, in different animals.
I
And
mean,
he remembered every life
is he
he
like an
lived
icy
before.
guy or
But
something?
always,
Because
for
like,
millions of
I don't
years,
know,
the only being he
transmigrator?
despises is
Or like
him.
all of his
That was
past
the way
life
for
is
his life.
essentially just
It
like
always has been.
animals?
However,
Huh?
the human is the only being who kills for their entertainment. In his life, he was killed by human thousands of times. Death was
Damn.
not a problem for him, but he can't help but feel hate toward them. Every time death comes for him, there is always a question in his mind. What
Why?
kind of being he will be
Oh, I
when
thought
he
it
is
was
reborn
why.
this time? Why do I have this ability? And when will all of this end? Please, I don't want to be reborn again. Then his new life begins. The pain of the reborn is crashing him. He recognizes this pain. He is a mammal this time, and from all his experience in last lives, he never felt this kind of pain. This makes him excited for his new life. From his past life,
Yeah, I'm
and
guessing
the
like
more
he
pain
reborn
equals
as a
better chances
human.
of staying at the top of the food chain.
He's
He opened
born
his
as a
eyes
human.
and felt the cold wind and the warm touch around his body. Then he realized the only being he despises them, he is now reborn
Yeah,
as one of them.
human as
How
a
he will
human.
adjust for his new
Damn.
life as a human.
Must be like
This is the first
difficult.
time someone gave him a
Oh,
name. Lee Jane. After some
Lee
years go
Jane.
by, his mother took him to the doctor. She complains about why her son, who is 6 years old, didn't speak, and he didn't even cry when he was born. The doctor tells her there is no problem with his physical appearance.
I mean,
and
like
tells
his
her then
past
the
life,
reason
like
might be
imagine like you
psychological.
live as
His
like
mother
an
freaks
animal or
out and
something,
refuses to
and then
take
like
him to a
reborn
maniac's
to the
hospital.
thing that
His mother,
kill
who was
you
named
a
Young
lot of the
Shil,
time.
lost her family in war, and lost her husband shortly also in war. Her
Damn,
world
that
was
must be
brutal.
difficult.
However, she
Yeah.
took care of him, carried him in her back, and sold vegetables in the market. He heard that babies would grow up properly if
Oh,
they
I thought it
listened
was
to
like
people
this
talking
is the
politely.
in the modern
Although he didn't show
industry,
any
or
reaction,
maybe not.
she kept telling him how much she loved him. He didn't understand why she said that, but he didn't hate this warm feeling. Outside in the dark, a group of men were chasing
I
someone,
mean, he
but
wants
he
like
stumbled and
I
fell
don't know.
down. He begs for his life and screams. He is not communist. They didn't believe him. While they are talking, one of them notices a boy standing on a
Yeah,
wooden column,
our main
and the man
protagonist
asks
want to
him to
do
get down to
something.
not hurt himself. The
Damn.
boy jumps in the sky like a frog. This is the perfect time to test his ability. They can't believe what just happened. How did he survive
Yeah,
falling
he's
from his
perfectly
height?
fine.
The
I
boy
mean,
uses
holy
his
shit.
feet and runs with his cheetah speed, and before they act, he charges his fist using Argentinosaurus strength, smashing his head. Blood
Ooh,
spreads everywhere.
nice.
The boy is now sure.
Holy.
He is born with the ability of all creatures who embody and lived her life before. But why? There is one thing that is clear for him. This is the end of his long journey. This is his last life. The captain shouted, "Who the hell is he?" The boy turned around slowly. Finally I can die. They all freeze in place.
Damn.
They could not comprehend the ugliness of this
Yeah,
fate. The boy just
whoa.
didn't care. Suddenly the captain punched him, making the boy fall to the ground. But he stood up like it was nothing. The captain tried to
Oh
punch him
yeah,
again.
it said
But
like
this
if I
time,
don't
he
manifest,
broke
I'm a
his hand.
normal
The
human.
boy
So like
grabs him from
he
his
need to
neck
use his
and starts
ability
squeezing
so
him.
that he
He
can
tried
actually.
to punch him, but someone shot the gun, and the
Oh,
bullet went through
wait,
his
why did
body.
that guy
The
shoot?
one who shoots him is the one who tries to save. The boy
What?
fell down, and the shooter ran away.
Wow, that
They
is the
left the
most
boy
disrespect
alone,
moment.
thinking
Oh
he
my
was
gosh,
dead.
I should.
He can't
It
survive this
really
bullet.
pisses me
Tired,
off.
weak,
Ah.
the boy gets on his back, feeling hurt, ready to die. But suddenly, his injury healed itself using sea
What?
cucumber power. He
Okay.
survived. The fact that
Okay.
this small body has this ability does not make sense for him, but it is
Absolutely.
what it is. He heard a voice shouting his name. It was his mother.
His
She
mother.
was screaming and shouting his name in the village. She screams
Damn,
and
she
screams.
must be
Jane wasn't
worried.
interested in her.
Damn, I'm
Suddenly
pretty
he saw a bird.
upset.
He jumped on it and ate it. He told himself
That's
now he can hunt by
disgusting.
himself.
Whoa.
He doesn't need her anymore. He turned around slowly and walked away in the distance. His mother was crying loudly. She wanted her son back to her. After 4 days, Jane was walking in the forest. He
Yeah,
was skinny,
you are
tired,
in like a
weak,
human
and
body,
thirsty.
man.
He fall to the ground. The food was the problem. He is now
Yeah.
human and can't just eat raw meat. Death is coming. I have no regret if this was the end. I lived enough.
I mean, obviously
Suddenly,
he
a
would not
woman
die if
walked
like
in.
he would
It was
die. The
his
story
mother.
would just
She
end.
cried and hugged him. Finally, she got her child
Damn,
back.
that's
And
very
for the first
emotional.
time, he spoke. He
Holy.
said to her, I love you, just to make her stop crying
Oh,
and
so
feed him. But she
sweet.
cried even more and
Oh.
more. Her son is back and can speak. The sunset that day was especially beautiful. He decided to stay with her for some time. Until he can get on his feet, he will keep living his life as a human. Back in investigation room, the investigator investigate with the one
Wait,
who
why
shot
is
the
that
boy.
guy?
The
Oh my
investigator
god.
asks where the body of the kid is, if he shot him. Why is the body of the other detective the only one in the scene? He didn't know what to say. The investigator pointed at him and
I mean,
said,
like,
you are the
that
one
guy,
who shot
like,
the detective
he
on.
was the
He
one that
denied
tried
the
to,
allegation
like,
and asked the
our
one who was
protagonist
hit
trying
by the
to
boy
save
to
him,
tell
and
the
that guy
truth,
just
to
like,
which he answered,
dick.
don't take him seriously.
Oh.
He is 100% guilty. The suspect was screaming. He
I
just
mean,
shot
yeah,
the
sure,
kid.
like,
He
just
shot
fuck
the
it.
monster. The captain knew the boy was a monster, but he needed solid evidence to prove that. Back in the village, Jane's mother was always holding his hand. That smile was warm. She was so protective for her son and only nice to him. She was a hard-working mother and always in fight with
Respect.
the word. Some time has passed. Now he has gotten used to his human body and his lifestyle. In the rose field with his mother, he was thinking of leaving, but Yang Shil's hand was warm and loving.
Damn,
He
this
asked
is
her,
like
why?
very
Why is she
emotional and
fighting?
stuff.
She smiled at him and said, so she can protect him. No, this is
But
what I was worried about. I don't want to leave. I want to spend more time
I'm
with Yang Shil.
seeing a
Behind
lot
them,
of like,
the detective finally find him. After 12 years from his
yeah,
birth,
this
he
is what,
finally got used to the human society, and in
I'm
the last
seeing a
years the
lot of
village has
flags.
changed a lot.
Yeah,
There
I'm
is even a
seeing a lot of
factory beside the
flags.
river, and it pollutes the river. Yang Shil became sick, and he took care of her. She ate contaminated fish because of the factory in the river and got sick. But he didn't get sick because he never ate the fish in the first place. His instinct was always right. After
Yeah.
sitting with his mother and taking care of her, he gets up to go to school. After school, he sells apples in the market. A stranger asked for the price of the apple, and when Jane looked
Yeah,
at
I
him,
was
it was
that
the detective
guy.
from the past. Jane didn't panic and looked at him with his cold eye. All this years the detective was keeping an eye on him, watching how the monster will grow. He asked Jane why he was acting like a human. Jane didn't respond. After that, they handcuffed him. The detective tells Jane he will investigate him for spying. And if he was a spy, then his mother is also a spy, and they already send people to arrest her. Jane's expression changes, and he decides to use his power.
Damn.
The detective notices that and asks his associate to stand away from him, or else they might die. Jane breaks the
Damn.
handcuff, destroying the ground,
I'm
and rushes to
pissed.
his house. He
Oh,
called me a monster. He
I
underestimated
just
me.
feel it.
He didn't know I have the ability of all creatures, and from that moment on, he became an unstoppable disaster. Jane ran
Yeah,
as
I
fast
already
as he
feel it because
possibly
like this
could
is like
to
the
get to
flag
Yang
is
Shil.
coming because
In the
like it's
police
just
station,
too
two
much.
men were talking.
I'm
One of them
pissed.
said he saw the captain scolding him and asked why the captain moved a lot of people just to catch a 12-year-old kid. He asked why he tried to stop the captain, to which he replied he was terrified. Back in Yang Shil house, a group of men were standing outside of her house, and before they raided her house, Jane got to them. He was boiling with anger and gave them his cold look. They asked Jane if he was the boy who lives in this house. He nodded his head. They thought the captain made a mistake. How this small little kid causes that much trouble. They asked Jane. He needs to come with them. Jane decided to kill all of them, but his mother heard the noise outside her house and opened the door.
Yeah.
She was surprised to see her son surrounded by many men. She looked sick, but they needed to follow the order. They needed to catch both of them. Upon hearing this, Yang Shil gets outside and warns them to not touch her child. They didn't listen to her. She knows this will not end well. She acts quickly and starts to scream and call people out. Those men are trying to kidnap them. She screams for help. One of the men asked her to stop yelling, but she didn't, so he slapped her in the
Please.
face and called
Oh,
her a communism. Human
damn.
language can
I really,
describe almost all
I like,
situations.
I'm already
I felt
invested in her
chills. I could feel
character.
the rage bubbling
I
up
feel
in me.
emotional
And
for
just like
her.
that, my sanity snapped. Everyone is dead. Yang Shil called his name. He looked at her with a face full of rage. She started to cry. Again, I did it again. A military car shows up. With the captain, finally he got proof. He was right all along. The kid was a monster. He warns them to not go easy on him or else they will die like their friends. Jane is more than angry. And before anything goes wrong,
Yeah.
Yang Shil steps in front of him and says, she is the one
Yeah,
who killed them. She
please.
did it, so
Please
take me
get away,
instead. Her
please.
child did nothing wrong. It's all her fault. This shocked everyone. His mother, who did not even have the power to eat, was running around like crazy. Jane
Please.
asked himself again, why? Why is she fighting for him? He put his hand in his chest. He felt something different. It's his first time to feel such an emotion. Her answer echoed in his mind. I do it to protect you. His mother didn't stop screaming. She did it. She killed all of them. Obviously, no one believed her. The captain looked at
Yeah.
Jane. He was crying, and his tears were falling on the ground. The captain prepares his gun and aims at Young Shil. He wants to shoot her legs. He pulled the trigger. Jane took the bullet in his arm. It didn't affect him whatsoever. The captain started laughing and pointing out, "It's the woman. Shoot her."
I hate this
One of his men
motherfucker.
rejected the idea
I
of
want to
shooting
kill him so
because
much.
they didn't resist. The captain shouted at him and said, "They don't realize the situation they are in. If they don't
I'm
act,
pissed.
everyone will die."
Like,
Everyone
author
prepares
really
their
made you
gun.
hate the
captain
character
orders
so
them to
much.
shoot
I'm
and kill both of them.
absolutely.
Jane needs to protect his mother. I
Yeah,
can do it.
she died.
No, I must do it. He will use all the creature power for the
Cause
max
like,
limit.
it's just like,
Perfect, I can protect her. He knocked out all the bullets, using his body. Everyone in shock. How is he still alive after getting shot that many times? The captain orders them to keep shooting, and don't stop until both of them are dead. Yes, there is no choice. For the last time, and before he act, his mother gets in front of him and hugs him. She says to him, "It's okay." She took the bullets for him and hit the ground. She put her hand in his face, and for the last time, she said, "I love you."
At this point,
opens her
I do
eyes.
not
She
feel
doesn't
rage.
know where she
I do
is.
not feel
She
sad. I
looks down
just
to
feel
find her
rage
son
at that
crying.
motherfucker.
"Sorry, I am really sorry," he says. He didn't know what to do, and for some reason he had this power. This is all his fault. "Mother, if I just know this will happen." She hugs him before he continues. "Everything is okay.
I mean, I already
The fact
see it
that you were
coming.
born
It's
as
just
a
like,
son to me is the best thing that
but
has happened to my life."
they make
she
it you
says.
so
"Thank
invested
you."
in the
She then
character.
asked her son for a
That's where
favor.
you
He
started to
listens very carefully
the
to her
flag coming.
words. Her favor was whatever happened and whatever he needed to do.
Please kill them.
survive and keep living.
Oh my fucking god. This is like the only time that it pisses me off so much, and especially that detective. Oh my god. I really want a part 2. Click here to watch more of my content. Thank you for watching. It's been your boy Neonz. Goodbye.